All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is for you too. This is Pastor Dow. Of course, it's been a while since I've actually been on here speaking about some issue, whether it be social, political, economics, or religious, because we've been very busy in the feast days. And I know a lot of you are not familiar with that, so we're not going to speak to that at this particular time. But I just got finished watching my brother Jason and Four over here, and he just, he's informing us that the BBC, that's the British news source over across the pond, has leaked it out that the SWAT team that was getting ready to go and nail this guy, there was a contractor that killed a lot of people on his naval base, they were told to stand down. But here it is. Here is the thing that I continually keep trying to tell us over and over and over and over again. Do I look blue to the point where I've been bruised in the face because, I'm so repetitive? Why is it that in this society right here that logic and reason always seem to escape us? I mean, I just don't understand. And why is it so increasingly difficult for us as a people to embrace the truth when we hear it? I mean, it's just nonsensical. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever at all. I have no answer for it. And no matter how many times I tell you that, we don't take prescription drugs. We're not on prescription drugs. Now, don't get me wrong. If something tragic happens to, somebody or something like that, and we will for a short period of time in order to get the body back online, if necessary, especially if we don't have any alternative health means for it. But we believe in the natural way. And I tell you, you look at, I'm a lot of people, I'm 47 years old, okay? And you look at a lot of 47-year-old men today and see the condition that they're in. And it's utterly pathetic. It's literally pathetic. But anyway, too many digressions here for a second. Let me get back on point. Over and over and over again, we're watching people go chaotically insane. And this insanity has to do with the pharmaceutical drugs that is being taken. And this man was on antidepressants. That's what Jason Ford reports. And I know if he reports it, it's going to be the truth because he searches the thing out. So he's a very credible source. And there is something in these drugs, pharmakeia, which basically is a form of witchcraft, whether you like it or not. But it is altering and changing the minds. They making a big stink about marijuana. People smoking it and then carrying on and stuff like that. But there's nothing more dangerous than these chemical drugs that come from big pharma that is altering the minds of these people to cause them to go and kill folk. I mean, it's like there's another dimension. There's something else that's being opened up. And these people hearing voices, and it can't escape them. And religion doesn't have the answers. They can philosophize you half to death and give you, write 1,000 books on 7 steps to a better you, but it still is not, the answer's not there. And as long as you continue to keep avoiding the answer, you're not going to have any. And what we want to do what we want to do, and we want change while we're doing what we want to do, but we're not willing to sacrifice to stop doing the things that we are doing in order for that change to come about. And you've got to be able to exercise some patience and self-control. And not only that, hey, I'm a pastor, and you know what? I learned a long, long time ago. You can tell people the best course of action, but you cannot live life for them. You can't do it. You cannot live life for them. So I sit and watch people suffer over and over and over and over again after I've already told them. And usually when I tell them once, twice, after that, I leave them alone. I leave them to themselves. And when they come back to me and they ask me, well, Pastor, don't know what it is, I sit and look at them. I sit and look at them like I go, you don't say. You got to be kidding me. Isn't that something? And when you get finished listening to them, the bottom line is they've done nothing to change. Not even made an attempt. Oh, they heard what you said, but they ain't going to stop. So therefore, their suffering is warranted. And so we live in a society where they have I told you, they have trained us and manipulated us. And we have been coerced so bad that we can't even function on our own volition. And I said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. I am certain and for sure that this bizarre behavior is deeply and collectively embedded in the subconscious mind of man, and not the creator universe can't even remove it himself, and he's not going to do it. It's going to take you. You're going to continue to keep seeing more people in this world that we're living in now who can't cope, and they're going to start just taking folks out, killing folks. And when you got the influence of these pharmacies, these drugs, I mean, you think about this. Are you serious? We live in a society that people can't even milk a goat and give it to their neighbor, and there's laws against it. You can't even sell cow milk under a barter system to your neighbor without it being regulated. I mean, we're regulated on everything. That's communism 101. You got to be kidding me. That's why I keep telling you people, think about this for a second. Time out. I'm going to stop. I want you to think about this. By the time we get out of school, and by the time they got finished putting all this stuff in our mind, after all these years, we are conditioned to trust the government, every government institution, without question, no matter what. I mean, I talk to people all the time, and I start asking them questions. And I want y'all to listen to them. This is a test. I ask them a question. How old are you? Really? Yeah. They tell me how old they are. Yeah. Well, how long have you lived here? Yeah. Lived here a long time. What? I don't know, what's your favorite color? You know what I mean? And I'll keep on going, asking questions like it's over and over and over again. Where you get your driver's license from? I mean, do you know the number off the top of your head? What's Social Security number? And people just start singing like a canary. I mean, they sing, and there's nothing up in front of them that says, "Hold on, stop. This is getting a little bit too close, a little bit too personal," and we don't even know what privacy is. We have no idea. But there's not an alarm that comes up in us that causes us to pause, to wonder what in the world's going on. So we go sit in front of it, and the deal is the snare is that if it's something that you want to obtain, you're going to sing. You're going to tell them all your information, personal and private, just in order to get what you think you need. That's how we are. That's how we are. That is how we are as a society. We're mind numbed, dull of hearing, all the above. But these pharmaceutical drugs are altering everything about people. And I'm going to tell you something. You're going to start watching people skydive off these buildings without parachutes. There's going to be more of these shootings. And of course, it's all for the whole purpose of getting the guns. I mean, if something happened with a gun, there are gun crimes going on. Look at our president, Barack Hussein Obama. He is allegedly from Illinois. And it has the worst crime rate in the whole entire world. And you know what they are? Regulated. The people are regulated. I don't even drive through the state, because even if you try to meet all the conditions, because they're not reciprocal to Tennessee, even if you try to meet all the conditions and stuff, you get pulled over. You don't know. There's no such thing as privacy. These police officers now, they are the Gestapo. You get pulled over, and just by the mere means of probable cause, because they choose to make it, we could be looking like an innocent family. They'll search your car on the side of the road, hold you at gunpoint, call up 3 or 4 different squad cars with backup and everything else, and then they find one bullet and stuff, and they'll know you subject to be federally sent to the pen, sent up. So I don't understand why people would want to live in a state like Illinois. I can't understand why people. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. Well, Pastor Doug, we can't get out. Yeah, you can too. I'm gonna teach you how you do it. Watch this. Watch it. This is how you get out of Illinois. You see what I just got finished doing? See, the problem is all the excuses we making. And I guarantee you one thing, If you knew that a nuclear bomb was coming, you get out. I promise you, it'll get you moving, wouldn't it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you will start another life somewhere else. But I'm telling you, and it is worse than Dodge City in Chicago. Worse than Dodge City. Whew. And drugs are being piped in and pumped in. So much for Homeland Security, huh? If we got so good of a Homeland Security, how's it that we got all these drugs all over the place, recreational drugs? Then up here in this little town where I live at, they just got finished putting another pharmacy up. Let me see there. In this little bitty town that has, I know that don't have a population of maybe no more than 22,000 people. Listen to this. Listen to this. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 drug companies. 9 of them. Not independent drug companies, Walmart drug companies, CVC, CVS, Walgreens, Fred's. We are a nation of drug abusers. I'm serious. We are addicts. We're addicts. And then the people that go and get their drugs from the drug pusher, the pharmacist, because when you go to the pharmacist, what he does is you give him your piece of paper and he pushes you your drugs. And then you take them and you sit there drooling at the mouth all day long, mind numb and can't function. But what justifies it in your mind is that the government says it's legal. But then the people out here that are not taking the government drugs but doing these recreational drugs and stuff like this, you look down your nose as they are some type of criminals, when the system is by nature itself criminal. It's just they got your mind all twisted up. I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs. But it's amazing the reverse psychology they have played on our minds over and over again. And these antidepressants, I'm telling you, it's going to kill our society. It's already killing. We're already falling in the same footsteps as ancient Rome as is. We're already falling in Rome. And our decline it started some time ago. It's just that the people don't see it. They don't understand it and they don't want to. And so now we're watching the government continue to get bigger, and we're watching the civil liberties and rights of the people erode and continually getting smaller. And now they're making sure, the government is, that the people are becoming more and more dependent upon it. And when they have this society that's dependent upon it and stuff, they know you can't function without it. And they don't want people like me. YouTube, the internet was one of the worst things that ever could have happened with the government. Because now the people are more informed. They don't want you people getting ideas that you need to actually grow your own food. Because they don't like the competition. So they got to demonize everybody that's homesteading, so you can go to their GMOs, their herbicides and pesticides, poisons, and you think that you're eating something that's going to give you some type of nutritional value. What am I doing here this morning? What am I doing? I guess I'm just rambling and rumbling. I know one thing. If one person heard, I've done my job. And that's just the truth. But, hey, get ready for more of this. And that's why, an armed society is a peaceful society. And you women out there, you don't need to go nowhere without having a sword. And when I'm talking about sword, I'm talking about a firearm. You need to keep a firearm in your possession at all times because people are going crazy. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, these shopping centers, these population centers, the malls, Walmarts and all that kids, people are losing it so bad. You wait and see. It's coming up. You're going to see people in Walmart shopping, and all of a sudden some maniac is going to go in there and start just shooting and killing folks simply because it's an easy kill zone. They don't think anybody's in there is going to be armed. You understand what I mean? And people today, they don't believe in being armed. They don't believe in being armed and stuff because, the police is going to take care of us. We'll call the police if something happened. You bother me, I'm going to call the police. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call the police on you. I'm going to go down to the Justice Center, and that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to get a warrant out for your arrest. But let me tell you something. You call the police, you dial 911, you already probably going to be dead. and going down and pulling out the warrant. First of all, you got to get there. It's not going to save you from anyone who wants to perpetuate any type of evil or injustices against you. You need to get your mind right. That's what you need to do. But you can't hardly get it right since the food is modified and it's full of drugs. And they're pumping drugs in it left and right. I remember a year or so ago, I went and I ordered some chicken at KFC. And I bit into that stuff. I said, what is this? This ain't no chicken. What in the world is this? You know the reason why I know it's not chicken? Because we at Straightway raise our own chickens. And I know what chicken tastes like. And I tasted that mess. I got, that is not chicken. Nevertheless, need to say, I don't go back there again because there's something wrong. And then we wonder why come we can't have bowel movements because we're full of it. We wonder why that we eat healthy and do everything, exercise and all that gets. We're still depressed, we're obsessed, we're possessed, we're sick, we're sad, and we're sorry. As a society, no matter what we do, we can't get well because the system is designed. You can't make money off a healthy population. You got to be sick. And it's their job to keep you sick because if you're sick, you can't function right in mind, you can't think right in mind, and you aren't going to live right in mind. I wonder if there's anybody listening at all. I'm a free thinker. You understand what I mean? And I'm pretty critical against myself and on myself. And I'm just amazed. What can I say? I'm just amazed. Tell you what, I've rambled on long enough. But you can see once again that your news media, news source, they fail you. Don't you ever believe one word that comes out of a reporter's mouth because they are lying. You have to use critical thinking and try to read between the lines because they are painting a picture for you to see it their way. And when they say, we report, you decide, yeah, think about it. Look at what they're telling you. Look at what they want you to report based on information that they are telling you and what they're presenting, but they're not telling you all the information that they're withholding. Anyway, I think we had enough morning bread here this morning. Y'all have a good day. King.